Hey guys, what's up? Big Host Sabo23 once again bringing you a commentary about over a gameplay that I'm going to apologize a little bit for the campiness, but it's not like I'm sitting back waiting for them to come to me. I'm actually going up in their spawn and just, lay on my belly a little bit, but it's their spawn. I need the kills. I don't need them. I want them. So I will apologize for all of the haters that say that I was camping, but it was a spawn trap camp, and this is exactly how you should play the Nuketown 24/7 demolition. Put on an LMG, stock, quick draw, and extended mag. I don't usually recommend the hammer because it does have such a little ammo. I usually recommend the LSAT. It's my favorite gun as far as LMGs. It's my most kills gun, if that makes sense. Like I said, I don't really recommend the hammer just because of the ammo, but it does kill them a lot faster. Like 2 to 3 bullets will actually get you a kill. But anyways, that's the story behind this gameplay. It cuts off a little bit. It ends up with 97 and 7 because the host migrated and I couldn't find the other half of it. So I do apologize for that. The final score in this game of mine was 128 and 8. I do believe it would have been my first 200 kill game if not for the random on my team that planted the bomb 4 times. If I spoke Spanish, I would have told him not to, but I don't. But anyways, my story for you guys today is from my childhood and what I grew up on. I am referring to cartoons. I truly am disappointed with the way cartoons have gone nowadays and TV shows, because I remember growing up on Lilo and Stitch, Cat Dog, Rugrats, Dexter's Lab, Courage the Cowardly Dog, and yes, even the Powerpuff Girls. Da 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 da. You can hate if you want, but Mrs.Bellum, if that was her name, if I remember correctly, was hot as hell, even though you never saw her face. Yeah, she's a hot little redhead. But anyways, nowadays cartoons have just become so, I don't want to say vulgar, because I'm an adult now and it's kind of funny to me. But I was watching the regular show the other day, and it's the first time I'd ever seen this. A cartoon actually said the word piss. If you guys haven't seen the show, it's about Mordecai, this blue jay, and Rigby, this like possum or raccoon, I guess. And they work at this park or something. And I don't remember the name of their boss, but he tells them to do something. And Rigby always gets distracted and says, "Dude, let's go do this." And Mordecai ends up tagging along. Well, this time Mordecai goes, "Dude, don't, you're gonna piss him off." And I was like, what did I just hear? What? I couldn't believe it, because I had never heard a cartoon say the word piss other than like Family Guy or Robot Chicken or something like that. And it just really like I said, I'm an adult, so it was funny for me, but at the same time I was slightly upset because I had never ever imagined seeing a kids show say such words. And you may say, "Oh, piss isn't too bad of a word." Like I said, I grew up on the cartoons like Rugrats and stuff where there was hinted stuff, like SpongeBob, so much hinted stuff, but nothing like that. Like I said, I grew up on the innocent childhood cartoons. The worst thing I ever heard in a cartoon was the Rugrats when they went to the doctor named Lipschitz, and my mom kind of got upset about that. So some may say I lived a sheltered life, but you know, you watch what you watch. I never was banned from watching SpongeBob or anything like that, although when I told my mom about the episode of Piccolo regenerating his arm, Dragon Ball Z reference, she didn't really much care for that one. So I mean, I was a little sheltered, I guess. But that leads me to the next cartoon. Dragon Ball Z was the shit and is the shit. If I owned the box set, I would actually take a break from Call of Duty to watch it all, because that's one of the few cartoons that I actually watched weekly just to see the new episodes. But unfortunately, for some reason, I ended it like Kid Buu or Super Buu or something like that. Now, I didn't really care for the spin-offs, like Dragon Ball Z GT or whatever like that, where they're kids, or when Goku gets turned into a kid or something like that. But I really did enjoy the original. It brought meaning to my childhood, because I remember sitting back in my private school that I went to, my very first private school, and actually trying to transform myself into a Super Saiyan. It didn't work, but I remember watching the episode of Dragon Ball Z where one of the characters is trying to learn how to transform into a Super Saiyan, and they can't. You just gotta put your hands together and just focus completely and focus all your energy. And I sat there for a good 15-20 minutes because I had all my work done, just trying to become a Super Saiyan, envisioning my hair start glowing and me being able to shoot beams of energy out of my hands. I really, really wanted that because the night before, I actually remember this too. I had a dream that I was flying around and that for some reason I decided to blow up part of the earth. I guess I was a bad Saiyan, but yeah, it was pretty cool in my dream. I'm not gonna lie, I would give my left testicle to be a Super Saiyan. I'm sure most of the guys who watch this video that actually know what I'm talking about would definitely agree that being a Super Saiyan would be one of the coolest things you've ever done. But yeah, that's my childhood of cartoons and what I watched. Now, I did watch, when I got about 13, 14 years old, is when Adult Swim came out, and Family Guy and Futurama and all that kind of stuff was on it. And then I was really kind of desensitized. I remember watching wrestling one night with my dad, and my mom was for some reason watching too, even though she really doesn't like wrestling. I don't like it anymore, and a commercial for the show called Stripperella with Pamela Anderson comes on, and I go, "Oh boy, a new cartoon for me to watch." And my mom goes, "No, I don't think so." And I was like, "Oh, I tried." I think it would have been pretty cool because I was in my puberty stage, I guess, and it would have been pretty cool to watch Pamela Anderson as a cartoon before I learned what STDs were, I guess, back when I wasn't sexually active and having a kid. But you know how that goes, being a little kid, looking for boobies, looking for rocks that are shaped like boobies, like Steve from American Dad. "Guys, I found books that look like boobies, or rocks that look like boobies. I've got better. I've got a boob collection." I think that's actually Family Guy. Yeah, that's Chris's friends on Family Guy. But also one of my favorite cartoons was Kim Possible. Yeah, she was a redhead, and her best friend was always friend-zoned until like the end of the series where they made a movie, and he actually takes her to prom or whatever. "Come beat me if you wanna beat me." I really like that show. I think it was one of Disney Channel's best cartoons they ever had. Because Disney Channel, it's all sappy. I don't really agree with most of the stuff they do because it's really cliche. Like, no matter what you watch, anytime it's going to have been done previously. Like, I remember my favorite shows on Disney Channel when I was growing up was probably something like Lizzie McGuire or That's So Raven. I really enjoyed That's So Raven. It seemed original. I don't know if it really was, but I don't ever remember seeing like a sidekick who was just trying to be normal. So yeah, but I will always like Disney Channel movies because they seem to actually try kind of hard when it comes to movies. Like Finding Nemo, I actually saw that in theaters, and when I saw it in theaters, it got a standing ovation. And I was like 12. I didn't join in it because I was like, that nobody's gonna see. But people stood up and started clapping. Monsters Inc., also one of my favorites. You forgot to turn in your paperwork, Mike Wazowski. Cars and Mater, mainly because I liked Larry the Cable Guy. I actually had one of his live comedy scenes, I guess is what it's called, skits, on tape. I got it for Christmas when I was growing up. But they still do make pretty good Disney movies. I believe the last one I saw was Wreck-It Ralph, and it was pretty good. But that's my opinion on cartoons today. You see me laying here on the ground because the bomb was planted and I didn't want to call anything in, because it was planted and I wanted to keep playing. But that's all I got to say today, guys. You guys take care, like, comment, and subscribe.